Yesterday alone, August 19th, 117 new wildfire starts reported across the United States in a single 24-hour period. That is on top of 72 large fires already burning uncontained right now. That is the 2026 wildfire season in real time. More than 7.5 million acres burned year to date, 169% of the 10-year average, and August is not over. National Preparedness Level 5, the maximum, is in effect. The U.S. Army is deployed on the fire line in Washington state. Crews flew in from Australia and New Zealand to help because American resources alone are not enough right now. Red flag warning is active in Northern California today. Extreme fire weather, heat dome, dangerous thunderstorms. This is your complete wildfire weather update for August 21, 2026. Let's get into every fire and every forecast right now. Starting in the southeast, the region the NIFC calls its most dangerous zone for new wildfire ignitions today. NIFC Predictive Services confirms highs in the 90s to 105 Fahrenheit across the southern plains and southeast this afternoon. Relative humidity dropping into the mid-teens to mid-20s, combined with wind gusts of 15-25 miles per hour across Texas. Thunderstorms will fire across Georgia, Alabama, and Mississippi this afternoon, bringing erratic outflow winds. The IMSR warns those storms spark new fire starts over extremely dry and receptive fuels across the southeast. The Main Trail fire near Savannah, Georgia, 428 acres, 25% contained, is proof of how dangerous this region is right now. In Mississippi, the Jackson Highway 90 fire is 1,428 acres at 70% containment. Railroad infrastructure is threatened. And the Casey Lake fire near Albany, Texas, is a new start today. Fire behavior is minimal, but conditions remain critical. Moving into the eastern area, 3 large fires are burning in the Superior National Forest in northern Minnesota. Thumb, Sioux, and Bear Trap, all burning in closed timber litter near Ely, Minnesota, creeping and smoldering. The Bear Trap fire has burned 30,810 acres, is 51% contained, and has cost $45 million to fight. All 3 fires are threatening communication infrastructure in the Boundary Waters, a major concern for fire managers this week. Now, the Rocky Mountain area, 5 large fires burning in Colorado with a total footprint of 160,848 acres. The Gold Mountain fire, 2 miles north of Array, Colorado, 39,710 acres, 87% contained, $63.9 million in costs. The Elk Fire, 7 miles northwest of Lake City, 7,257 acres, only 33% contained with active evacuations in effect today. But the most alarming Colorado fire is Aspen Acres in Custer County, 102,004 acres and 915 structures destroyed. 915 structures. $102 million in suppression costs. That fire is at 72% containment. The Great Basin, 3 active fires in Utah covering nearly 150,000 combined acres, 3 more in Nevada across 160,000 acres. The Shoshone fire, 58 miles northeast of Fallon, Nevada, 15,008 acres, is the most dangerous right now at only 32% contained. Running, flanking, and backing simultaneously, the IMSR describes Shoshone as the most active fire weather behavior in the Great Basin today. The North Heglar fire near Pocatello, Idaho, is a new start. 500 acres, 0% contained, active evacuations underway right now. Into the northern Rockies, Montana and Idaho have 14 large fires burning across 68,244 acres as of this morning. Sand Creek is 31,667 acres with just 7% of its perimeter secured, one of the most under-resourced large fires in the country. The IMSR reports moderate fire behavior with group torching, numerous structures threatened, and evacuations in effect in the Dingley zone. Adjacent to Sand Creek, the Bobcat Lakes fire is 9,892 acres at 40% containment, both managed by Northern Rockies Team 3. The Moose Mountain fire northeast of Pierce, Idaho, 3,113 acres, is showing active fire behavior with flanking and uphill runs today. Southwest area, 1 fire, 1 classification that matters, the Frijoles Fire in the Santa Fe National Forest. Stream fire behavior, 3 miles east of Condillo, New Mexico, crowning, group torching, and long-range spotting confirmed. Extreme fire behavior is the highest classification in the system. It means no crew can safely engage the fire directly. Crowning means fire races through the treetops uncontrolled. Long-range spotting means embers land miles ahead of the main front. Frijoles is 13,120 acres at 38% containment. 866 personnel assigned, numerous residences evacuated in New Mexico today. Northern California, the MP-18 fire 2 miles north of Hoopa has burned 7,294 acres and is 44% contained. Active fire behavior with backing, flanking, and spotting, 1,837 personnel on scene, 43 crews, and 84 engines committed. Southern California, the timber fire 4 miles southeast of Big Sur, 5,626 acres, only 27% contained. Grass, timber, and chaparral with moderate fire behavior, 1,638 personnel, 24 crews, and 122 engines on the Los Padres National Forest. Alaska. The Mukluk fire near the town of Tok is the most urgent life safety situation in the country right now. 2 miles west of Tok, 5,077 acres, only 16% contained. Active fire behavior with wind-driven runs confirmed in the IMSR. Power lines and homes are directly in the fire's path. The entire Tok community remains under active evacuation orders. Alaska Team 1 has assumed command, crews arriving from Canada with water-scooping aircraft to support suppression efforts. Now, the big picture, the Pacific Northwest, where National Preparedness Level 5 is being driven from right now. 46 large fires in the Northwest geographic area, 2,525,511 acres, with 15,111 personnel assigned as of this morning. The Little Giant Fire, 30 miles northwest of Leavenworth, Washington, 137,593 acres, is only 12% contained. 26 structures destroyed, active group torching confirmed, and 240 U.S. Army soldiers fighting this fire right now. The Grasshopper Fire, 14 miles southwest of Dufur, Oregon, 92,408 acres at 66% containment. 35 structures destroyed, $73.3 million in suppression costs, still showing active fire behavior today. The Hagen Fire east of Pendleton, Oregon, 58,153 acres, only 19% contained, thousands of residences threatened. Austin and the Narrows fires near Estacada, Oregon, both 0% contained, both confirmed human-caused, under investigation. The Big Grass Fire, 25 miles southwest of Jordan Valley, Oregon, 579,007 acres, the largest individual fire in the country right now. The Roe Creek Complex south of Fossil, Oregon, 373,981 acres at 89% contained, $85.2 million in costs to date. The Sinlahecan Fire near Tonasket, Washington, 154,250 acres, 47% contained, 30 structures already lost. Kaiser Canyon near Nespelem, Washington, 138,292 acres, 90% contained, 47 structures lost, and $54.5 million spent. Now, the official weather forecast from the NIFC Predictive Services discussion in this morning's IMSR. High pressure continues to amplify over the western United States today, bringing drying and warming conditions. Highs in the 90s to lower 100s across the western half of the country, with the lower 110s possible in southeast California and western Arizona. Relative humidity in the single digits and teens across the interior west this afternoon, and overnight recovery will be poor. Poor overnight recovery is a critical factor. It means fire fuels cannot rehydrate, and tomorrow starts even drier than today. A heat dome drives all of this. High pressure in the upper atmosphere acts as a lid, trapping and compressing hot air beneath it. Air sinks and heats as it descends. Temperatures far above normal day after day with no relief mechanism in the forecast. The one regional exception is the desert Southwest. Monsoonal moisture will produce scattered afternoon thunderstorms there. Outflow winds from those desert Southwest storms can be just as dangerous as the lightning, and NIFC has flagged both as ignition risks. Winds across most of the West will be light and terrain-driven, but terrain-driven wind shifts can be sudden and unpredictable. For the Southeast, highs in the 90s to 105 Fahrenheit, relative humidity mid-teens to mid-20s, gusts to 25 miles per hour in Texas. Numerous thunderstorms expected across the Southeast today. The IMSR warns of erratic outflow winds and potential new ignitions. Here is the 7-day outlook, and the NIFC Predictive Services message is clear and consistent. High pressure continues to dominate the West. Above normal temperatures and below normal humidity are the extended forecast. No significant rainfall is forecast for the Northwest, Great Basin, or Northern Rockies through the end of the month. The NIFC links to the NCO Storm Prediction Center Fire Weather Outlook daily. I always recommend checking c.oaa.gov directly. For the most current fire weather information by region, the SPC updates its Day 1 and Day 2 outlooks every morning. Now, the national scoreboard, because the scale of the 2026 wildfire season deserves to be stated clearly. Year to date through August 20th, 49,608 wildfires, 710,237 acres burned across the United States. The 10-year average through this same date is 38,057 fires and 4,445,229 acres. We are at 128% of fires. And 169% of average acreage, nearly 3 million acres more than the 10-year baseline at this point in the season. 1 year ago, August 2025, the national total was 3,097,435 acres. Today it is 7.5 million. That is nearly double last year's acreage in the same calendar period, a step change, not a deviation from the trend. The resource commitment is unprecedented. 517 crews, 1,323 engines, 172 helicopters, 240 personnel nationwide. 3 15-member teams from Australia and New Zealand are integrated into operations in the Northwest and Great Basin. 2 Air Force Reserve C-130s and 1 Air National Guard tanker are at Klamath Falls. 2 more California Guard aircraft are at Redding. Each MFF's aircraft can drop 3,000 gallons of retardant per pass, military precision applied directly to the largest fire fronts. An incident management organization is embedded with the Army Battalion on the Little Giant Fire to coordinate operations. Before we close, I want to be transparent about something important, and I think you deserve this context. Every fire statistic in this video, acreage, containment, structures, loss, cost, personnel, comes directly from the NIFC IMSR. The IMSR is dated August 20, 2026 at 0730 MDT, published by the National Interagency Coordination Center. All weather information comes from the Predictive Services discussion in that same document. No speculation, no dramatization. For evacuation orders and real-time fire updates by incident, inciweb.wildfire.gov is the official source updated daily. For your specific county evacuation level, county emergency management websites are the only authoritative local source. Do not call 911 to ask whether to evacuate. Keep those lines clear for active life safety emergencies. If you are near any of these fires, have a go bag ready, register for local alerts, and know your evacuation routes now. I want to close on the people, the 25,248 men and women on the fire line across America as you watch this video. Crews from the US, Australia, New Zealand, and Canada working in extreme heat, single-digit humidity, and dense smoke. Hotshot crews, smoke jumpers, helicopter crews, engine bosses, dozers, thousands of specialists in an extraordinary fight. The IMSR shows total personnel dropped by 1,642 yesterday, not because fires improved, but because crews rotate for safety. This fire season will be studied for years. 7.5 million acres, Army deployment, international crews, all before September. We will be back with a full update tomorrow morning as soon as the next IMSR drops at 0730 MDT. We will cover any changes in containment, any new large fire starts, and the updated fire weather outlook from the NWS. If you want to be notified the moment that video goes live, hit subscribe and turn on notifications right now. Every day of data matters in a fire season this large. We will be here every morning with the verified numbers. See you tomorrow with the next update. Stay fire aware out there, and to the 25,248 people on the fire line right now, we see you.